stop using boring textbooks that has terminology you don't even understand to try to learn crochet. This Crochet Basics playlist is going to be your fast track to starting a new project. So this is going to be a numerous part series where I go over the very, very basics of crochet. I'm going to be teaching you yarn weight, I'm going to be teaching you hook size, I'm going to be teaching you which ones you need, which hook sizes you need for which yarn sizes. I'm going to be teaching you what you can crochet with each. I'm going to teach you things that you didn't even know existed. So today we're actually going to be talking about yarn weights. I have a few examples with me. I do not have all yarn weights. I've used most of them. I just have my preferences like everybody else. I prefer to use the bigger yarn weights rather than the smaller ones. But yeah, let's get into it. So first off, you have 8 different yarn weights. There's size 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's not an 8, there's a 7 then. So size 1 is considered, or size 0 is considered lace yarn, and it's for that exact reason, because it's so thin that it's mainly used for lace. There's different types of the yarn. There's cotton, there's silk, there's thin acrylic, and then that again, that's used for things like doilies or very intricate lace or things of that sort. And then next there is the size 1, and that is considered super fine. Also fingering yarn, sock or baby yarn. That also has a couple different types. There's sock blends, merino wool, fine wool, and acrylic. You can use that to make things like socks or lightweight baby items like beanies or diaper covers or even mittens. And then next you have size 2, that's considered fine yarn, and that can be made from cotton, acrylic, or wool, and that's for things that like lightweight things like cardigans or afghans or shawls. And then next you have a size 3, that's considered light yarn. So you have lace, super fine, fine, and light. So light is also considered DK. So don't be like me. When I first started crocheting, I thought that DK was a specific yarn brand. It is not. It's not a yarn brand. It stands for double knitting, and it refers to size 3 light yarn. That can be made from merino, acrylic, or cotton blends, and that's used to make things like lighter blankets or shawls or mostly medium weight garments. And then next you have size 4, that's considered medium or worsted weight. So if you hear worsted weight in a pattern, it's referring to size 4 yarn. Leave my zippers alone. Sorry. That's the most common yarn weight. It's pretty much universal. You can use it for anything. You can use it for, tops, skirts, clothing items, afghans, blankets. You can use them for plushies. As a matter of fact, let go. This plushie right here was made using worsted weight yarn. Yeah, you're going to see my cat and most likely my dog throughout this playlist. Go play somewhere else. And then next you have size 5, that's considered bulky, and that's for more like quick make projects, thick scarves, amigurumi, which amigurumi is these plushies back here, you see, when they're not falling off. That's just the Japanese term for a crochet plushie. That's just where the art form itself originated from. But yeah, there's size 5, that's considered bulky, and then size 6 is considered super bulky. That's for very fast projects or very thick projects, like very thick blankets, or in this case this was actually made with super bulky yarn. Most of these things and these two were made with super bulky yarn, so it took a lot. It was a very quick project. And then last but not least, you have size 7 yarn. That's considered jumbo. I do not have jumbo with me, but trust me, when you see jumbo yarn, you will know it's jumbo. That's for very like extreme size things. That's for, you know, gigantic blankets. That's for like gigantic amigurumis. It's not commonly used. But yeah, those are the yarn weights. So go to part 2 so you can actually see the yarn and comparisons, or at least a couple of them, and I'll get into hook sizes in the next video as well. So bye.